Welcome to Untitled.
Oh I am a senior. Official, not today. I keep on forgetting it's practice.
And not convocation.
And not convocation because we've been wearing
our gowns.
Our gowns all day. And everyone has been like, you guys should stop wearing them. You guys are going to ruin them. You should stop wearing them. You guys are going to ruin them.
Be careful. They could rip. You can't wash them.
I'm like, hey, I spent $60 on this baby.
I'm going to wear it when I want to wear it.
Yeah, and I'm going to decorate my hat. You can't stop me. I'm going to decorate my hat. And if they don't let me walk across the stage after I spent $60 on it.
Big problem.
Anyways, I'm Abigail. I'm a senior, and I'm 17 years old. I'm single, guys. Call me.
Ladies
and children.
I am Alaina. I'm a senior, and I'm 17, and I am not single.
I don't think we
so.
have
No ladies or men call me, please.
Yeah, this is not a dating podcast.
No, definitely not.
That would be the least successful podcast ever because we would be able to talk about anything. Every single time we see Mr. Lincoln. Well, Alaina started it, but now I do it where we go, Jimmy! We need that as a button. We have like these little, the soundboard, so.
Oh, gosh. Ooh, yeah.
I'm like,
oh, you can see what they are right here. It tells you.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
Okay, just do the trombone. Okay, so we recorded an episode like a couple weeks ago, I think, or like a week ago. But as Alaina, about a week ago,
I accidentally deleted it.
She deleted all of the footage. We had recorded video as well,
which is really hard to do on accident. So I don't know how I did it. This is technically episode 2.
We were gonna have visual, but it's just very difficult to set up, and we are sort of on a time crunch. And guess who's gonna be editing it? Not Abigail.
Me.
It is going to be Alaina.
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me. You gotta make a graphic. You gotta edit the whole thing. Yep. Yeah, I've never really enjoyed editing before.
Editing audio is fun. Editing visual and audio is
not fun.
I was gonna burp, but then what's weird is recently, whenever I've had to burp and I go, I have to burp, it never happens.
That's Twitter notification. We have 3.
3 at one time.
They're all by Taylor Nation too.
Automated
Taylor Swift thing where it like tells you when things sell out or when things are back in stock. So I can.
Oh, you just got a 4th one. Yeah, people don't know how to get in a line.
Yeah,
people are.
Or they either like make it so overcomplicated, like the way that they describe it. You know what I mean? Like they it's either like for some reason it's difficult for the kids, or they make it so overcomplicated that it's difficult to understand. I don't need someone to like stand behind me to make sure. Just like raise up your hands and go stand.
It should be that simple, but people don't. What I've learned is people don't know common sense.
No.
What
Miss
Brown said. Common sense isn't that common. Maybe it's just you.
The idea of convocation is very weird to me as well. It's like introducing you as seniors. I think that's what it is. It's like, hey, you're becoming a senior. Like this is officially the start.
We are over a month in.
We have been a month in. Like this is like
this is almost 2 months in.
I have been a senior since August 22nd. Okay, like I've been here. I don't think our school does as much senior stuff because my brother's school did so much senior stuff. I really was obsessed. Like when I was younger, I really wanted to go to my brother's school, which was in Rico, because he would talk about like the community there and how in his center, which is the Center for the Arts, everyone just felt so connected and so together. Like.
But I don't feel that at this school.
No.
I think it's only the center people that are connected.
Yeah, and
if
only
you go outside,
only a few of them.
Oh yeah. There's like my class not connected at all.
This school is very cliquey. There's so many cliques.
There's so many different types and groups of people that it's kind of hard to find your place.
Verina is a very weird, because a lot of people describe it as like redneck central.
Oh yeah.
But there are so many different types of people here.
Oh yeah.
But it's like nice too, because then it's not a culture shock when you go out into the world and you're like, okay, not everyone is like rich white, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because not everyone here is rich white.
Glen Allen.
Yeah.
That is.
I would rather go to
rich white.
Yeah, I'd rather go to a very diverse school that maybe doesn't have the best education than go to a very like coddled white school.
Yes,
absolutely. Because those people also have so much privilege.
I love this school because of the center. We are able to do so much, but also we have classes that are with other people, and we're not just stuck with this one group.
Yeah. I like the diversity of this school. I think that there is still like
I think there's a lot of problems
problems
with people not letting people get into their friend groups. Like it's like this big drama of, oh, you talked to me? Who are you? But then like when you are with your clique, then it's good.
It's great. Yeah. It's like also if you weren't friends with them before, it's very hard to make friends, I've noticed. At least for me, because
for me, I make friends really easy.
I guess no one likes me, but I also do have like resting beep face.
I have a lot of acquaintances.
I don't have
like I know way too many people, but I don't think I'm like close friends with anyone but really you and a few, maybe 2 other people.
I'm not like overly. I think that I don't even think it's a problem. I think just people are so used to it that when someone doesn't do this, it's like whoa. But I'm not overly nice to new people. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to be overly nice to you because I don't know you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's a really weird...
Also, people aren't going to show you their whole personality in, like, one conversation.
And I learned this thing in sociology last year that I was talking to Mr. Mayo about this morning.
Shout out Mr. Mayo.
I said, because JOC, she was my sociology teacher, and she talked about how Western society, mostly like America and stuff like that, is very individualized. Like, it's mostly about the individual. Just like on voting terms and stuff like that, they mostly vote for what's going to affect them. But places like, you know, Europe and like Japan.
China doesn't China not vote?
Well, not voting, but like, I don't mean, but like, America.
I know what you mean. I just wanted to.
But China, they don't vote. But like Japan and Europe, it's more about like, hey, it's not gonna like. It's more about the group. You know what I mean? Like it's more
what's
like
gonna affect the group more than just.
And
me.
I think there's this big problem in America where if something doesn't necessarily affect them, it's like, oh, then I don't care. Which is so
there
weird.
is a big problem with selfishness.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like
everyone,
just because something doesn't affect you doesn't mean it's not important.
Yeah,
like that Little Women quote: "Just because my dreams are different than yours doesn't mean they're unimportant."
Yeah,
which is
that's really good.
Yeah, that makes so much sense, and people just need to like realize that just because my dreams are not like
your dreams,
the things that you want,
the things that you care about aren't. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because I don't care anything about like what you do, but like let me care about the things I want to care about.
Yes.
And it's none of your business what I care about.
Like our gowns.
Yeah.
Good grief, leave us alone.
I think we said this already, but everyone was like, guys, what?
You're gonna rip them. You're gonna rip them.
Hey,
let me wear my gown if I want to.
Hey, buddy, I don't care. Hey, buddy, listen up. I don't care. Yeah, there's like America's very weird, but it's also like unique because I think America has its flaws, but I think it's...
And you can actually talk about this because you went to Scotland.
Yes.
I've never left America.
Yes, mamas. So. But I think America is good. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people criticize it.
People
but, like,
are too selfish.
When you go to other countries, America is so diverse, and that's amazing. And everyone says that. Everyone knows America's diverse, but, like, you've never really realized it until you've left America, that it's amazing that I've been able to experience these other cultures and experience other worlds. Like, that is such a, I don't want to say blessing because I don't like that word, but it is, like, it's amazing to be able to see these other cultures and do these other things. And, like, before I left America to go to Scotland, I was super nervous about how Scotland people, like, people from Scotland and, like, just
interact with
who weren't Americans were going to interact with Americans. Because all I heard on TikTok was, Europeans hate Americans, they're so mean to us, blah, 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 blah. When I went there, they were the nicest people ever. If there was, like, one message in this podcast, it's gotten way too serious.
Yeah, we need to lighten up the mood a little bit.
My point today is that whatever you hear on TikTok is 110%, like, they are over-exaggerating. People are not going to be mean to you.
People are over-dramatic.
Just because you're American. All of these problems that you hear on TikTok and all of these things that people are, you know, raving about, yes, they are issues, but they are not as extreme as you think they are. My mom has gone to so many countries, and she talked to me about how in Paris, people were really mean to her. But that was not because she was American. It was because the person who was mean to her was on crack. Like, that, I'm not joking. Like, all of these countries have these issues, and you need to realize that there's always going to be
people on crack.
Yes. There's always going to be bad people. There's always going to be people who hate Americans or people who hate Europeans. And you're just going to have to deal with it Because
not everybody is going to like you.
Yes, that's
oh my God, that's... Oh, we can talk about this.
Okay.
People at this school specifically, not everyone is going to like you. Stop trying so hard to make everyone like you because it just makes everyone not like you.
And then there's a big problem with you just not being yourself. You need to be yourself. And then,
how do you think I have so many acquaintances? I'm just me and people like me. If I were to act fake like everyone else and just be like, oh my gosh, no one would talk to me.
It's like
everyone would be like, that girl's fake.
Yeah, it's like if you're just yourself, then you attract people that are also like you and that you will like. And that's how you make good friends. Is you just be yourself. If you're gonna be fake, then you're gonna have friends.
Oh, another Twitter notification.
Guys, I have 5 Twitter notifications in the past 2 seconds.
I have 0. I have 1 Facebook notification.
Jesus. And I have a VHS _ Blue Devils just posted a photo.
This is my favorite background I've had so far.
My background is that picture of Maddie Healy in front of the White House.
My background is this lovely picture of Sahaj I took, and then I put a color filter on it.
You're gonna have to edit these in.
Not that one. There we go. There we go. Oh, no. We need to get back into our band.
Do stuff. Do stuff that you like.
Get involved in stuff. Oh my God, people who don't do anything at school, don't do any clubs.
Don't dog on people who don't do clubs, because I do not do clubs.
I meant, don't interact with anyone. They just take a few classes. They don't get involved in, school spirit. They don't go to games. They don't go to clubs. They don't go to anything. They're not involved in anything. They're just let me come here and do 2 classes and then leave. That's how you have a bad high school experience.
Yeah.
If you were to get involved like I am, take a walk in my shoes for one day.
I also think that, even if you don't want to, because I understand if you have a bad school and you don't want to, interact, that's fine. But, find a hobby or do something. Find something you are passionate about and do it. And I know it's scary because, I didn't do music for 15 years, 16 years of my life because I was so scared of failing. And now I'm doing it, and I'm so happy that I'm doing it. And I don't have to share it with anyone. It's just for me. And that is perfectly fine. If you want to spend hundreds of dollars on comic books like I have, that is perfectly fine.
Hundreds of dollars on board games like Sahaj has done.
Yes, or Legos like me, or books that I don't even read. It's so worth it.
It's so worth it.
Just find something that makes you happy and do it.
And sometimes it takes a while to find what makes you happy, because I tried to do multiple things, and none of it really made me happy.
Maybe it's multiple things. Maybe it's not just one.
Yes, you need to experience more of life and go do things and see what you enjoy, and then do that.
Yeah,
it's not that hard, people.
And it doesn't have to be for other people. Don't do things just for other people. Do things for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't share any of the lyrics or music I make except for with you sometimes. I have so many lyrics that I don't share with you. Even if they're good, I just it's for you. It's so personal, and it's just, that's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? I don't walk around and talk about the comic books I've read. It's for me, and I like it.
Do things for your own enjoyment.
Yeah. And if you want to talk to people about it, that's perfectly fine. Because I talk to so many people about my stupid little interests that no one cares about.
Oh my God. I think Serenity is done with me talking about Hosier.
Yeah.
And Ethel Kane.
I'm done with you talking about Hosier. He was mine first.
I know.
And so now, everyone thinks it's her thing. And I'm like,
you put me onto all of my things.
I'm the one who has the Hosier signed.
All of the things that I'm interested in, you put me on.
I'm a trend starter, is all I'm going to say. That's how we're going to end this episode. I'm a trend starter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything that I've ever listened to or watched or talk about or enjoy or anything that makes me came from Abby.
Yeah. If you need recommendations, hit up WeezerFan42069 on
or
Instagram.
I can't say my
oh yeah, because WeezerFan42069. I am not privated, so just
yeah,
because I'm not scared. This episode.
What? This was a super
This was
serious.
Very serious, but I think that I needed to get some of these things out of the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've been talking about these things a lot recently, and so I feel like I've been needing to talk about it more. I talked to Mayo about the same stuff that we just talked about this morning, and I still haven't gotten it.
Oh, but we haven't talked about Bono.
I have not talked about Bono. I talked about Bono 5 times today.
At least.
Talked about it with my mom, talked about it with Mayo, talked about it with Alaina and Mayo, and then Evan, and then right now.
Yeah. And then
I don't even like you two that much. We need Mayo on this joint.
Oh
and
my
we need
God.
Lincoln.
Oh my God.
I don't think Lincoln will ever do it. Mayo, if you're watching this, I'm going to get into contact with you, which means I'm going to go to your room and talk to you about when you could be on this podcast, because I'm going to need that. Really
Email him
badly.
again, because he didn't respond to your comics.
He didn't. Okay, I emailed him and asked him if he could give me comic book recommendations.
He did find it funny. He
found it funny, and then he said to Alaina that he was going to respond. And then he told me that he couldn't respond because it was too vague of a question. I was like, you know what I like? I just like Captain Marvel. Come on, man. Bucky, I love
Bucky Barnes.
Literally,
Oh
I have
my
a
God.
shirt of Bucky Barnes.
I made that shirt for her birthday.
We need to start like
Bucky Barnes' #1 fan. And it's a picture of Bucky Barnes that you can barely see him.
Do you have that video? I don't think we videoed it, but it was my birthday celebration, and she showed me a picture of Bucky, and I actually gasped. Like my mouth opened. I was actually,
my body had a reaction.
it was like crazy. And then she kept trying to show me, and I was like, I'm not joking. You
can't show me. And you started your whole body
convulsing.
was.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was like,
are you? Something's happening over there. I can't.
This has been
Untitled with Alaina
and Abigail.
Thanks for joining us.
And Mayo hit my line.
Mayo, hit us up. Get in here, put these headphones on, and start talking. Start yapping.
Come on, man. I know you can. I know you can yap. Okay?
We've yapped before. You can yap again.
I remember he sent me that email about the Daredevil comics. I was like, come on, man.
Oh, we got a Chatterbox over here.
I was like, calm down a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.